Hey then, fam. So, this evening, I wish to speak to you upon a matter that's been doing the rounds on the internet for a couple of days now. Yes, I'm a day late and a dollar short on a particular story, but I don't care because I want to make this video, and my work hours are such where I couldn't get to it till right now. Right, so there's this bloke on YouTube called Blaze 4K. Now, maybe some of you have heard of this, some of you may not have. Where basically Mr. Blaze decided that he was angry with Sony, and to teach Sony a lesson, he was going to take his red limited edition Spider-Man PS4, get a handheld circular saw, and cut it in two. Because, he made a promise, and decided that the promise was important, and he thought he'd get views and stuff, I guess. Where he decided he'd cut it in two to teach Sony a lesson. Except the lesson is rather flawed, because guess what, Blaze? Sony's already got your money. If the cutting of your PlayStation 4 in two somehow put the money that you spent on that PlayStation 4 back into your bank account, then that would be a lesson. What you've done there, mate, is you've ruined a perfectly good collectible console. Now, I understand that you made some sort of pledge and you wanted to be a man of your word. Quite frankly, what you could have done was you could have made much more of the situation. You could have said how Sony had disappointed you and that you made this decision to destroy the console, but in a moment of clarity you decided that the better thing to do would be, since you had fallen out of favour with PlayStation, you'd lost the love, that what you were going to do instead was you were going to do something more constructive. You were going to make sure that somebody else got a PlayStation for nothing. You were going to take that PlayStation and you were going to donate it to, say, like maybe one of those children's charities that works with hospitals, so kids who are ill can play PlayStation, can play video games while they're doing long-term stays in hospitals, like kids with cancer and whatnot. Or you could have just given it to a friend, or you could have given it away on your channel, just for giggles, sort of like, I'm giving away my limited edition, red Spider-Man PS4. You could have done any number of things with it. Hell, you could have even have not bothered with the promise. You could have gone, right, well, I'm getting some of my money back since I feel that I wasted my money with Sony. You could have put that puppy on eBay or whatever, or taken it into GameStop, although probably selling on eBay would make you more money. You'd probably take it to GameStop and get like $50, if that. But, there are other ways you could have handled the situation. You could have made better decisions, wiser decisions, more grown up decisions, rather than getting on the internet, getting a handheld circular saw and failing to properly cut a limited edition collectible console in two. A working system. I just don't know what to do with these kinds of thoughts, these kinds of acts, these types of videos. It's like, I understand, sometimes your muse hits you and you go with a video idea. Lord knows, there's been a couple of videos I've made in the past where I've gone, was that really a good video? Like a couple of months later, I've looked back at it and gone, maybe I shouldn't have made that. And those videos have stayed up because I have a policy where I never delete a video. Now, admittedly, there was a video I did take down about a year and a half ago. But that, no, actually, it was a bit more like a year ago. But that's because the person who was in the video decided they wanted me to take it down. And then we had a discussion. and the person who was made the video was about was actually sort of saw what my original intent was and was like, it's cool mate, you can put it back up, and I was like, thank you. But it was with the discussion, I didn't just put it back up. But normally it is my policy to never take a video down. I own my mistakes. If I've made a rubbishy video, I'll own it and go, okay, that was not my best work, you know? That's just the kind of guy I am. But anyway, so this Blaze character, you know, just effectively wastes a perfectly good system and a collectible. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. It's collectible, it's rare. They're not making any more of those. And there's just, as I said, there was just better ways to handle it. Okay, I just wanted to speak on this, guys. Like I say, I know I'm late with this story, but I just had to get this off my chest. It's just fundamentally... I don't want to sound mean here to someone I've never met who probably makes decent content the rest of the time. But it's like... It's kind of like, you know, the whole Picard slap hand to face. It really is. It's a pure face palm. I just don't get it. It's like, I understand you made a promise and you want to keep your word, but there are better ways, mate. There are better ways. You know? And just because, you know, you got angry when you made a promise, you know, doesn't mean you have to do it. You know? You could change your mind and you can give reasons in a video. In fact, you could have made a video about giving the reasons. Then you could have made a video about, you know, what you do with it and the effect it has. You know, like, especially if it goes to a children's hospital where they deal with that kind of thing, like I said before. You know, there's so many more avenues you could have done that would have actually made somebody's day. You know, you could have taken a positive from what you perceived to have been a negative, but what you did was you perceived a negative and you considered to make a further negative. I mean, really, dude? Really? Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please typey down below. Let them bloke know. Alright, guys. I'm gonna love you and leave you. You have a pleasant one. Hashtag support Scottish YouTubers. And of course, as always, aye, no bother.